All right, so this is a quick overview of the Chromebook PD. Again, a lot of resources here, tinyurl.com/WSD Chromebook PD for them to leave with. A lot of different things, Overbook. This is like for sales pitch of different types of Chromebooks. What we did is to do a scavenger hunt, and this is kind of where we'll focus what needs to be covered. There's some other things that might be interesting to students when they do take them home, but obviously they're in school, so it's not that big a deal, but you can enable a Chromebook to work offline. And then another important feature is the accessibility features. For example, the one of my favorites, especially for me as a presenter, is I can use Control Alt and then two fingers to screw or to zoom in, and wherever I move, everything is still active, and it just allows me to see a lot better. That's built into the Chromebook's accessibility features, where for a laptop or a MacBook, the accessibility features built into the actual device itself. So just like in the Chrome browser, the Chromebook has a Chrome menu. So if I click in here and go to settings, it does look a little bit different on the back end here than it did with your Chromebook or with a laptop, but basically all the same stuff is there. So if I go down to show advanced settings, there it is here, the accessibilities area, and there's add additional. So these would be valuable to a special ed teacher or student with low visual or hearing impairments or things like that. Use high contrast mode if I like to do that. This is my enable screen magnifier that allows me to zoom in and zoom out with two fingers scrolling and control and alt being pressed down at the same time. So there's a lot of different accessibility features there too as well built into the Chromebook. So that definitely is something you want to highlight for teachers. Just like for our tablets in Google Play for Education, you actually push out apps through the Chrome Web Store to devices. That's more an advanced thing, but that's pretty cool. You can log on to any device and push out apps to your students just knowing their Google Apps account through the Google Play for Education and the Chrome Web Store. Similar to what we can do with our tablets. The Chromebook Tour is probably your best resource of getting started. It basically has a lot of different areas to help teachers work and students work on a Chromebook. What we found recently is teachers are not used to, or students or teachers really are not used to the trackpad. It works more like a MacBook than than a PC laptop. So just hopping over to the scavenger hunt real quickly. You don't need to do all this stuff making a file, but we do want to make sure they know how to take like an area screenshot. Probably one of the most useful and versatile tools for kids because they can take a picture of anything and then pull it into like say a Google document or Google Drawing. And then inside of like a Google Drawing, they could actually annotate over top of the picture. So if they hold Control Shift and then what we call that is the multiple Windows key at the top of the keyboard on a Chromebook, Control Shift and that, it turns your cursor into crosshairs, and basically then you can highlight whatever you want to, and it'll take a picture and actually will save it to your files area, and you can also hit copy to clipboard. So now if I'm in a Google document, excuse me, or let's have to switch accounts real quickly, a Google document or a Google presentation or whatever, you can paste in that image because you just copied it to your clipboard, basically. I'm just going to let this load up real quickly. So you saw me take a screenshot. Again, once this pops up, I'll hop over here and I'm editing rights. So basically I can hit Control V and it's going to paste in whatever I took a screenshot of. So maybe it's a frog, maybe it's whatever, but that basically is an image. Another nice way you can do that is you can go to Insert, Drawing, and bring in the image this way, and that allows you to have some drawing tools on top of it so they can annotate the image. Very versatile for our students with Chromebooks. So basically I can just paste in that image, and now I can move it around inside that drawing, and I can add a text box to it. I can say, okay, here's the lungs of the frog or whatever. I can use arrow tools, things like that nature, and I can point to the image that I just took a screenshot of. So again, hit save and close, and then that brings that right into the Google document as a drawing. And there's my annotations over top of it. So again, that's a really flexible tool built into the Chromebooks. Control Shift multiple windows. If you do Control multiple windows, it'll take a screenshot of the whole screen rather than just an area. Anything you take a screenshot of also falls into your files. Down here is basically your apps. It's kind of like your launcher, your start menu, and as you add apps, you'll have different pages here. These are basically web applications, just basically shortcuts. But your files is kind of like your My Computer of your Chromebook. A lot of people misunderstand that. A Chromebook does have storage, and you can see actually all these screenshots that I've taken here in the Downloads folder. Also, you can access your Google Drive from here too as well. So if you do take a screenshot, you can drag it over to a specific folder in a Google Drive, maybe a shared folder to your teacher to turn in a screenshot or something like that, just giving some ideas. But basically, Downloads is an area that you can add folders and put stuff into too as well. You can plug a flash drive into a Chromebook and allow you to upload or put things onto the Chromebook storage. At any time, you can delete things too as well. The settings gear allows you to make a new folder inside a folder. It's telling me I have 3 gigabytes left on this Chromebook, which is a lot of space. And anytime I come in here and delete this stuff too, to give my Chromebook's hard drive a little bit more space. You do want to make sure teachers know about special shortcut keys. Hopefully they know about Control C, Control V, Control X. The ones that are unique to the Chromebook is Alt Backspace. Kind of works like a MacBook to delete something. Most teachers say, "Hey, I only have a delete key, or a backspace key. So if I want to delete something, it's allowing me to delete things. But what if I want to, or backspace? If I want to delete something, I hold Alt and hit backspace, and then it'll eat the characters to the right instead of going to the left. Control C will just undo all that stuff. Okay, getting back to the scavenger hunt, make sure I'm covering everything. Control Alt Shift, and then the reload key just does a little barrel roll. It's kind of fun. Alt Search is caps lock. So the search key is built in because it's a web-based tool, so they want you to be able to search real quickly, but you can change the search key to be permanently a caps lock key, and this tells you how to do that in the settings area. These are just some instructions, just looking through. If you want to use your, what they call this, your tray, I think, or shelf, excuse me, you can even right-click on the shelf, and you can auto-hide it. Lost my key here. There we go. And that basically auto hides, and when you scroll down, it pops up for you. That gives you a little bit more screen space. You can also change the shelf position if you like it to the left, and it can be to the left. Right clicking on that, I don't like that, so I'm going to put it back down to the bottom. You can even set wallpaper, and your wallpaper is in your background basically. Right here, so I can right click on it, hit set wallpaper, and they have some different images that you can pull up built into the Chromebook as your images. Nature, urban, all different types of categories. You can actually put your own image back there too as well. Anything you want, you can take out of your launcher. So let's say I want to put YouTube down here because I'll go to YouTube a lot. I can drag YouTube down to the shelf and drop it, and it'll stay there. If I don't want it, I can right click, which is 2 fingers on a Chromebook, clicking at the same time. I can unpin it as well. All these Chrome apps come from the Chrome Web Store, which again is part of the Chrome browser type stuff too as well. Hopefully you understand what the keys on the top row, the arrows just basically allow you to go back a web page or forward to the web page. It's basically allowing you to click these buttons up here without leaving the keyboard. This is your refresh. That's F5 on a regular laptop, but it refreshes the web page. And this goes to full screen. So when I click that, it gets rid of my address bar and bookmarks bar. I use this a lot sometimes when I'm displaying stuff for students to view. Another quick trick is Control Shift B gets rid of your bookmarks too as well. Multiple windows. This just allows you to see your other windows you have open. So you can switch over to another window real quickly. So I can pop over to the email I'm actually creating for you, or I can hop back to my work too as well. These are just brightness, darkness, and obviously volume. To shut down a Chromebook is you come over here and you click the power button here. You can also sign out. That'll show you the different users you can add on the start screen. I'm not able to show you the start screen because I only can screencast while I'm on the Chromebook. But you can add accounts, many different accounts onto a Chromebook. This is where you can change your wireless, you can turn on Bluetooth, change your volume, and then if you click here, this just takes you to the settings again that we've seen before for a Chrome browser or a Chromebook. Okay. So that's basically it. Just get teachers used to, what's in this menu, and how you deal with apps. You can move them around too as well. If you don't like that one there, you can organize your apps to be in the right order of what you want there. All right, that's basically it. Really, the Chromebook Scavenger Hunt's a good guide to know what you need to cover with your teachers, and if they want to learn more information off that workshop, is a lot of different resources for the Chromebook too as well. All right, thanks. Bye.